Yeah, I thought we just had like a lot of energy today, even from warm-ups to the start of the game. Everyone was ready, everyone was prepared, everyone knew what they had to do to be successful, and we had trust in everyone out there. And I think it was just one of our best games of the year.
McKenna? Do we call you McKenna?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. You not only got the goal, but you made a great play on the first goal, and you didn't get an assist. I'm fighting for that because you were coming up the boards. You made a really neat. Tell me about that play because you were coming up. The puck might have got out of the zone. You made a very neat pass to your line mate that set up the goal.
Yeah, I think the line before just had a great forecheck, and I was lucky enough to get the puck up the wall, and I saw Kenzie slashing through the middle and dish her the puck, and Kenzie shot the puck, and Sloan was able to tap it in.
But we will check on that. Thank you.
See her coming?
Yes.
Was she coming off the bench?
Yes.
Nicole has a USCHO. For both of you, when the game goes that well so quickly and then you can feel that like you really have it in control, how do you not like let yourself get too high or let it get away from you in that position? I mean, you probably felt like you could or should be ahead more in the first. So just sort of how did you guys keep yourselves in the game and not get too high so early?
Yeah, so I always go by not too high, not too low. And I think just on the bench, like it was going around, we were all saying it. And just like keeping it at a good constant, not getting too excited and then getting ready to go out the next shift and do it again.
I think Nicole too, like the immediate timeouts helps as well to like rein them back in and keep them focused and just settle their brains a little bit too.
Daisy Roberts, WRBB. When you guys were able to kill off that 5-on-3 power play that they had, I know Sloan, you were in the box for the beginning portion of that. When you guys were able to kill that off, how much of a momentum boost was that to the team, knowing that you faced off against the 6th-ranked power play in the nation and were able to effectively neutralize them?
I mean, I think there's so much trust in this team, and everyone just has so much trust in everyone. So, like, on the PK, like, the girls who went, I think everyone had confidence in them, and I think it just built so much confidence and momentum. And after killing that off, we just kept playing our game and kept being relentless and kept taking it to them.
McKenna, how has this experience been different for you this time around? And then also, can you just speak to like Sloan getting that goal, being like the third line freshman, just as we all figured would be the goal scorer for you guys to open up this game, like what it does for you guys, for your morale and for your confidence when someone like Sloan is the one scoring?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think every line has a huge impact on the team, and just Sloan as a freshman scoring that goal, I think we all had confidence. We weren't surprised that she put the puck in the net because she's done it all year. So it was just great.
Jess Myers from the Rink Live. Sloan, how many friends, family, all that did you have here? Did people make the trip? And had you played at Amsoil Arena before?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I played here a couple times for HP and that, and it's always great to have my family be able to come up and support me, and my best friend's here with her family, so it's just like really nice to have them be able to come up and watch. Yeah.
Sloan, you said played here growing up. You played here during the regular season, but how different did today feel stepping out there and playing here at Amsoil in a Frozen Four game?
Yeah, it was definitely like a lot more riding on it. So, like I said, it kind of all dissipated once I stepped on the ice, and I know that I have my team behind me to support me and get me through the game and boost me up if I'm down or whatever. And so I'm just really grateful for all of them.
Disallowed goal was a very large turning point in momentum. Did you call that from the bench?
I'm
Because
sorry.
it was very subtle.
The hand pass?
The disallowed goal.
Yeah, I
she
saw that
was
right away.
down, and
I don't know if you saw, my arm was like up right away,
she was
yelling
also-
at the linesman.
She was holding your best player down on the ice and made it a pretty neat little subtle.
Yeah, we saw the turnover at the blue, and then I saw her hand in motion,
Okay.
and I challenged it. So Sophie confirmed before, too.
Anything else for the student athletes?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really special team, and I'm so happy with the choice I made to be here. I've never been on a team with so much support and having confidence from the coaches to each player on the team. I've never played a style of game like this, and it's allowed us to be so successful. And this is a really special group, and I have so much confidence in this team.
And we're happy you made the change too, McKenna.
Nadine said yesterday that like she sort of challenged you guys, like it's at the beginning of the season, like it's one thing to win it, it's another to defend it. Was there ever a doubt in your mind that you guys would be in this position, and just how does it feel to sort of reclimb the mountain and prove it a second time around?
I mean, obviously, both of us weren't here for last year's national championship, but just seeing every girl on this team, how much work they put in and how much work like the new people have put in to be successful. We have the fifth years, the seniors, like everyone has each other's back, and we want to defend the national championship just as much as like they do.
All right, student athletes, you may be dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Questions for Coach Moserall?
Nadine, yesterday their coach talked about the idea that they had to weather the storm in the first 10 minutes or so against your team, about the strong starts your team has. Are you almost in teams' heads, you think, a little bit with with what you did today as well?
I hope so. I know that our team plays, as we've constantly said, a relentless style of hockey. It's hard to maintain, obviously, of that level and that magnitude of how much we press, but that's why my staff and I, like, we really challenge these kids from the jump, right? Like from August when they're in school, like we raise the bar and elevate them that most other players won't do or can't do. And that's why I think that we're successful is we get them outside of their comfort zone and push them so that when they are in these situations, it seems easier than it does in practice. And so I think that that's something that we take a lot of pride in, is understanding like how hard we can push them to the point that, we know that we're not going to break them, but at the same time that we know that they're going to continue to gain the confidence to keep pushing too. And I mean, it goes constant too. It's not just line one, it's line two, line three, our defense, all extremely fit. So, yeah, and that's the way we play. We play the Balboa kind of hockey, Rocky Balboa, yeah.
Nadine, where do you think your team's experience showed through and shined the most in a game like today?
You want to know what I think on faceoffs? I mean, Gabby Rosenthal and Emma Malte are arguably the two best in the country. And I just think that really created a lot of offense or getting the puck out defensively. And it kept possession for us a lot in throughout the game.
Coach, a lot of the talks coming into the matchup was on the goaltending, with Gwyneth Phillips being one of the best in the country. But Amanda went out there, pitched a shutout. She was fantastic out there for you guys. What can you say about her composure out there on the ice for you guys tonight?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it all starts from the backbone, right, of your team. And Amanda has brought us to the pinnacle of the mountain, that mountaintop last year. And she had a rough go in the beginning of the year, and we all know that. But, I mean, it is a long season. It's the longest continuous sport in college, and you're not going to have greatness all the time. And so we did challenge them in January that we're going to have to come down to one goaltender. One of you's going to be watching while the other one's playing. So which one do you want to be on what side of the fence? So Amanda stepped up, and, man, like that breakaway goal was a momentum shift. And then the disallowed goal that I called was another momentum shift. So I went in after the first period. I'm like, okay, those are your two lifelines, done. Don't put us in that spot, Amanda, again. But Amanda was fantastic. As you said, very composed and calm, and that's what you need. Her agility and her athleticism with calmness is rare. And so we're very fortunate that, she played fantastic.
Building off that, they really were looking for those tip-ins right at the back door, and she sort of laid out for each and every one of those. How much were you guys preparing for that and getting her to understand that keeping her leg glued to that post was going to be really important.
Well, we do a lot of outside shots in practice for our benefit as well offensively, but for defense as well. And we work on boxing out and taking sticks. And I mean, when she's on ice, she's 6 feet tall, right? So her extension is quite good. But you know what? I think we did a really good job of scouting them with film and understanding their habits. And like I said, they have one offensive line that is lethal. And so I thought our team did a great job on them tonight.
Nadine, on that review, did you go upstairs at all, talk to anyone? That was just
That was my gut, and I stuck with it.
Got it.
I saw it though, and I saw it, and I said, I looked to Sophie, and I said, Sophie, did you touch that? She says, absolutely, and I said, okay. So we challenged it, and that was a big momentum shift too. Teely's breakaway save and the challenged hand pass was, I think, 2 turning points for our team.
Todd Molesky with the Wisconsin State Journal. A third might have been the 5-on-3 kill, would you say, in terms of turning points of the game?
That would be another big one,
but-
absolutely.
But it seemed like your players were just composed.
They really were.
Didn't panic in that situation and kind of let Northeastern have the outside, but didn't get anything to the inside. Is that the way you designed that kind of 5-on-3 kill?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Our 3-on-5 penalty kill is usually pretty standard, but we do tweak our penalty kill based on the power play of the other opponents. And we know that they like to do switches up top, and we're going to give them that all day long. We didn't care about that, but there couldn't be any through passes. And so, you know, I didn't realize, but we do have 12 seniors on this team, and you got to go with your trusted horses, right? And so we put out our veterans, and like you said, they were composed and they knew what was at stake, and it was going to be okay, you know. So I was very proud of, you know, their stick positioning and blocking shots, because I hammer them a lot in practice about the lack of blocked shots, and I joke around because I don't block anything either as a player, but as a coach, it really matters. So they really did a fantastic job of blocking shots, even 5-on-5, and they didn't care if it was 3-0. They knew that you got to sell out.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks, everyone.
Right. I think when you're trying to get to the national championship game, there's going to be a lot of keys, because you got to play a 200-foot hockey game. But we spoke immensely about our forecheck, understanding that they like to go D to D and then fly their forwards out. And so we really challenged our defense to really gap up in the neutral zone and not play timid and not back up and give space. But that was really going to be hard on F1 and 2 to not give them the opportunity to throw those bomb passes up. And so we just didn't want to ever get stuck on the wall. And then if we want our D to pinch, we just had to make sure that we had a great F3. And I thought they all did fantastic. Emma Malte in particular was always coming first through the neutral zone on the back pressure. So again, it's one of those things where if you want to win, you got to do all the little things and away from the puck to be a champion.
Anything else? Thanks, everybody.
It's a lot easier to watch this next game. Going first has its perks, I'll tell you.